what thieves are doing now is they are using a directional antenna on like a porta-pack or something along those lines. And they can scan a parkade and they can see where all the Bluetooth devices are using BLE. So even if you disable Bluetooth on your iPhone, you're still using BLE because they don't allow you to opt out. And they can see where that device is, and they know that that phone is in that car, and they know to just break the window and go in and grab it.
Yeah, and we're going to have to get into that a bit when we talk about how you can stay protected. But like some of the other elements, and I'm reaching for this right now as an example, when we bring it back to the business and talk about the business level of security, we're also dealing in the world of like the quantum computer and the direction we're heading there. And I'm holding up right now a pretty old school USB type A connector, which is massive, almost 3 times the size of what we're seeing on the Type Cs right now. These can be computers nowadays, and we're seeing that even within, like, I know that there's tools that I've been studying online where people are swapping out the standard white USB-C or Lightning charger with something that has a computer chip in the end here that starts gathering that information. So this is why you have to be careful about what's being plugged in. And
leaders of businesses, I understand that quite often, they get up, they get in their car, they drive off to the office, and they don't fully know everything that's going to be in their day, but they're the person who has a plan. And should there be a day where the thing you have to do that day on top of everything else is, negotiate with a foreign gang, it's not what you signed up for. But if you have a plan in place and you have somebody to talk to, you've got insurance, you've got that can give you access to a lawyer and to pay for the remediation cost, all of that gets so much easier.
Yeah, I think you've done an excellent job when I've been in conversations with you on that level, Vaughn, about making sure that people understand those risks and understand those elements. You're usually one of the first to suggest bringing a lawyer into the conversation to understand the legal ramifications of this, to make sure that that element is being taken care of, because as much as it is a result of something that happened within the technology stack, it involves more than just the technology stack when we're talking about remediations for the business.
Yeah, we want to make sure that, and people sometimes get quite concerned when we recommend that they communicate with a lawyer, but there are a lot of privacy laws out there, and there's more in some industries than in others.
Big shout out to what I would like to now call our friends in the insurance industry for really starting to drive a lot of these changes forward and setting these requirements towards cybersecurity insurance, and the businesses that are really driving for the need to have something like cybersecurity insurance. I want to shift and talk a bit about some of the compliance legislation, these elements that are coming into place. I think this is one of the biggest changes we've probably seen in the last 3-4 years, is the fact that people are actually having this thing enforced, whether it's from insurance levels or even more recently the government.
Yeah, and I mean, these are non-elected officials that are determining that the age of best practice and, well, everyone's going to want to do what's best for their customers hasn't worked, and regulation is coming.
We Give an F12 is brought to you by F12.net. To learn more about how we can help your business, go to F12.net. We'll be back soon with another episode discussing the latest in the world of IT, managed services, and cybersecurity.